There have been a lot of people telling me in my past few videos that Glep is in fact the greatest Smiling Friends character. But why is this? I mean, after all, even Charlie doesn't seem to know what Glep does for the Smiling Friends.
Well, we've always...
What's the green thing do?
Well, Actually, I don't know. That's a good question.
And so, in this video, we'll be going into a deep dive on the wacky, weird, and of course, green traits of Glep. So please, grab your Glep plushies, subscribe to the Harryfromends channel, and let's get into this video. Okay, so one of the main points that comes up with Glep is that he doesn't really seem to do much around the Smiling Friends office. I mean, take Pim and Charlie for example, who are always going on new dangerous adventures in order to make people smile.
Secret room!
And even Alan throughout season 2 gets involved in a lot of this action as well, as Alan is sent on a $750,000 goose chase in order to simply pick up paper clips for the boss. And so, with all of this action going on around us, it's easy to say that Glep doesn't pull his weight. In fact, it would be too easy to say, what are you, the chief button bashing officer Glep, huh? The primary food consumer? However, if you're one of the people that say that, then you're wrong. You see, Glep actually has a lot of responsibilities in the Smiling Friends universe, as not only is he on top of social media surveillance, which includes, I kid you not, watching Michael Cusack role-playing as a neckbeard.
Never underestimate me.
And yes, this is a real thing. It's for his Lucas the Magnificent YouTube channel, and honestly, you should check it out because it's really funny. And Glep is also utilized by the boss in order to provide work that requires an extreme level of skill.
You're helping Jared Fogle smile today. Oh Lord, I'm just with you.
And this can best be seen in the season 2 episode in which the boss finds love, as after the boss has been possessed by the succubus, the boss then commands Glep to completely redo the Smiling Friends break room.
Pim, what's going on? What is all this?
I think the boss made Glep put all this stuff up.
I mean, just look at this place. It's incredible. I mean, they've even got the Live, Laugh, Love sign up there. Although, throughout this same episode, the boss also makes Glep do a task that he absolutely despises, which is, of course, say it with me guys, gardening.
Glep is already hard at work back at my house on Brittany's Black Rose Garden.
But everyone knows that Glep hates gardening.
However, Glep eventually gets the last laugh, as once Pim and Charlie are finally able to get to the succubus, she flings herself out of the window and into spitting range of our bad boy, Glep. And speaking of Glep showing off his raw bad boy energy, in the Mr. Frog episode in season 1, we see Glep blasting through the audition process to take the place of the now cancelled Mr. Frog, which he does by spitting in the face of the studio executive, Rex.
Is this some kind of joke? I don't even want to see you perform. Do that again.
And this role is no small time gig either, as over $250 million is being spent on this Mr. Frog reboot, with over 200 million viewers expected to watch. And if all goes well, Glep could be in all of the movies that Mr. Frog was once in, such as The Glep Father, and of course, Glep's Diary. However, this Hollywood dream all comes crashing down for Glep when he sees the truly ugly nature of the film industry, as the studio executive Rex is incredibly emotionally abusive towards Glep, and even goes as far as putting his hands on him later in the episode.
Go! Wait, stop! That is way too aggressive and frog-esque.
And boy, Rex, you done messed up. Now you got the whole gang coming for you. However, thankfully Rex faces his karmatic justice in this episode, as Mr. Frog is able to come back from the depths of cancellation and return back to what he does best, which, of course, is eating the bug.
You've been replaced, and here's the contract to prove it.
Okay, so living the high life in Hollywood might not have been for Glep. However, just like Ronald Reagan and Donald Trump before him, Glep traded in his days of acting for a career in politics. Just like you can trade in your sleepless nights worrying about who will become the fifth smiling friend for an altogether much more comforting experience. That's right, Manta Sleep have sent me over their Bluetooth sound sleep mask, which after a long day of studying at my master's course, or editing YouTube videos, allows me to drift off to sleep accompanied by the soothing sounds of conveniently placed royalty-free music. And Manta Sleep also offers a wide range of sleeping masks, so no matter what your budget, you'll always get a good night's sleep. And on top of their sleeping masks, Manta Sleep also offer cool eye cups, which is incredibly useful in those nights where the heat simply just won't leave you alone. So please, do yourself a favor and go to Manta Sleep and use code HARRY for 10% off your purchase. That's right, code HARRY for 10% off your purchase. And a massive thank you to Manta Sleep for sponsoring this video. And one of the first times that we see Glep's penchant for political prowess is in the season 1 Halloween episode, as he, alongside his beautiful wife Marge Simpson, who by the way has absolutely no relation to the Simpsons franchise, dress up as Ronald and Nancy Reagan. However, Glep being president in the Smiling Friends universe is actually far more likely than it may seem, as in the season 1 episode Shrimp's Odyssey, when Pim dreams of his future together with Shrimpina, it's revealed that Alan is fat. I mean, that Glep has become president. And yeah, going off of the recent debates, I'd say that's how a president looks. And honestly, Glep being president makes a lot of sense. I mean, who else has that raw bad boy energy apart from Mr. Frog? But let's be real here, it's not like Mr. Frog is ever going to run for president.
That's why Mr. Frog is running for president. America needs his calm and steady leadership to build a safer America, a prosperous America, a strong...
That's right, Mr. Frog runs for president. And not only that, but it turns out that after a mass media campaign that sees an all-knowing group of worms try to change the course of the election, it's actually Glep's vote that leads to Mr. Frog being elected president. Oh, and of course, the boss losing $10,000.
Alright, well, whatever I do now is on Glep.
Gleb, why would you vote for Mr. Frog? Our job was to help President Jimble.
Okay, yeah. No, good point.
That makes sense. Yeah, okay.
And so, once it's been revealed that Glep was the deciding vote that got Mr. Frog elected, the secret society of worms, who were trying to keep President Jimble in power, decide that it would be a great idea to dox Glep on national television.
And we're getting confirmation now that the one single vote was from this guy. We're putting his name, face, address, and social security number on screen for our millions of viewers now.
And this doxing of Glep actually gives us some incredibly interesting information. Namely that Glep is 1 foot 8 inches, weighs 8 pounds, and his gender is green. Which, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Just look at him, he's clearly green. And this doxing of Glep also reveals to us that the Smiling Friends live in Pennsylvania, which honestly, out of all the wacky and strange things in the Smiling Friends universe, this very well could be the weirdest. Anyway, back to Glep, and quite possibly the most valuable piece of information that we're given about him is that he was born in the year 329, which makes Glep an astounding 1,695 years old, meaning that Glep has seen just about every tragedy and conflict that's ever plagued mankind. And it also makes me personally wonder, which side of these conflicts was Glep on? As Glep clearly displays his authoritarianism in the Frowning Friends episode.
By the way, I just have to note that it was only Pim that yelled something. I didn't say anything.
I mean, I'm just saying, Glep may have done a few favors for an Austrian painter once upon a time. But of course, let me know in the comments, do you think that Glep was a horrible war criminal? However, this isn't the only quirk that being alive for thousands of years has brought Glep. As I can't believe I haven't mentioned it thus far, but Glep doesn't exactly speak the best English.
Welcome aboard, Glep.
But rather what seems like a combination of gibberish and YouTube Shorts memes, as Glep can be heard several times throughout the show, starting his sentences with skibbity.
Alright, Glep, this is very important. The boss used to breastfeed his son every day, so all you gotta do is that for the rest of your life.
However, despite this, everyone in the Smiling Friends universe can understand Glep perfectly well. Although, one of my favorite moments in all of Smiling Friends is when Glep talks to the boys in Brazil and they all snap their necks as if he's just talked to them for the very first time.
Oh my gosh.
However, despite all of this, it turns out that Glep has been able to speak perfect English this entire time, as Glep provides the narration for the season 1 episode in which Charlie dies and goes to hell, explaining to his grandkids the challenges that Charlie had to face in order to escape hell and once more claim his life back.
But did all of that really happen?
Yep, hell is actually real, and Christianity was right all along. Sorry.
But wait, hold on a second here. This is Glep's retelling of the story. So does that mean that Glep added the part about Charlie's grandmother and the lollipop?
No, thank you, Grandma. I'm fine. Thank you, though.
More for me!
Also, I love that in Glep's mind, Gilbert Gottfried is literal God. And I have no idea if that's because he has God in his name, or if Glep just really enjoys Gilbert Gottfried. But either way, it's brilliant. And another thing that I love about this sequence is that Glep is totally unaware that the Earth is actually flat in the Smiling Friends universe, with Charlie and Pim only finding this out in season 2 after being abducted by aliens, and eventually making their way back to Earth.
Dude, that's completely flat. That's 100% flat,
I know, that's
dude.
what I mean. That's what I'm saying. That can't be real, right? That's not.
We're looking at it, dude. The Earth is flat.
However, because Charlie and Pim vow to never tell anyone about this, Glep will simply never know about the glass dome covering the Earth. And so, with all of this said, it's no wonder why people love Glep so much, as Glep may very well be the most important Smiling Friend. And of course, let me know in the comments, what do you think about Glep? And also let me know, which character would you like me to talk about next? Also, if you're enjoying the Harryfromends content, please leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. Oh, and as always, stay happy, stay safe, stay Glep.